Welcome to The Topic, where we highlight Houston Community College, our students, our programs, and our reach into the community. I'm Todd Duplantis. Good to have you with us. Good to be back for a brand new year. And we are live here just about every Tuesday at 1 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube. You can always catch us on Houston Community College District's Facebook page and also our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. And if you're into audio podcasts, we've got them for you. Download the audio versions of all of our shows at hccs.edu/podcast. Of course, we always like to start the new year by updating you on the latest news from our colleges across the district. Today, we're looking at the Southeast College. First up, we're joined by Dr. Martin Perez, Dean of Student Success. Martin, good to see you.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you for having Southeast here today.
Absolutely. I know each college for HCC seems to have their own identity. They cater to certain things. Tell us some of the programs and what makes the Southeast College so unique.
Thank you, Todd. Well, we're the COE of Center of Excellence for three areas of study. One's for manufacturing, education, and of course, business and logistics. So I know if you come to our campus almost any day of the week up to Saturday, you will see people students coming out of our welding classes. They're taking welding courses Monday through Saturday, which makes it convenient, as you know, for those individuals who do have to work. You hear a lot about Amazon and people purchasing online. So, of course, logistics, supply chain management, those are also really popular, becoming more popular as logistics just puts factories, but of course, warehouses all over, almost on the neighborhoods. So those are some of the popular programs that we have here. Of course, we like to highlight that we also started our engineering program here on the East End. Katie had it for a couple of years. Now we're trying to spread STEM, the science and technology and engineering courses. So we have a partnership with University of Houston, which is right down the street from us here at the East End. So our engineering, our honors college, some of these individuals you'll be hearing from here a little bit later.
And you are also near the Port of Houston. So obviously a lot of programs are tied into that as well because it can kind of feed that industry, right?
Correct. And that's one thing we're really trying to beef up our logistics. When you look at logistics and maritime, we really focus a lot on the maritime on the port side, meaning on the land side. You know, we're right down the street from the port. When ships pull in, they anchor. There's individuals that are working there on the port. Just not to anchor the ships, but to unload and load them into these trucks and trains that delivers them all across the city. So we're really focusing on just do our dual credit classes at the high schools. So once they come out of the high school, they can continue with their education for any kind of certifications from certificate level 1, which is the basic, up to a 2-year degree, and transfer to a university.
And these are not just regular jobs. These can, in many cases, be very high-paying jobs where students can take a short program at HCC or get a 2-year degree and go out there and make some big bucks, right?
Exactly. And even, let's say you go work for UPS or Federal Express, a lot of these companies will also, if you want to continue to study, they will also pay up to your education also. So those are some of the benefits. And as you know, supply chain management has been in the news, especially within the past year with some of the shortages happening. So you can really, really tell that it's growing. And of course, opportunities for jobs, and like you were saying, opportunities for making some really good money and supporting your family. And that is what you want to do. And that is what you're looking for in your future.
It's certainly life-changing for a lot of our students. I know when you have a lot of students, you've got to have the support services for the students. What are some of the support services that are most requested and used out there at the Southeast College?
We get a lot of students who come here. One thing we have found out is the student basic needs. Of course, coming out of the pandemic, we're looking at a lot of the mental health, but also food shortages. So one thing that HCC, Houston Community College, the entire system of what we are working on is making sure there's enough food for our students. So we not only have a partnership with the Houston Food Bank, but each college is also establishing not a food pantry, but a food market. So it's called the Eagle Pantry. So here at Southeast, we have our area set up. We have just signed some of these agreements with the Houston Food Bank to start filling up our shelves. So when students come in and any day of the week, we don't have to wait when the food bank comes once a month. They can come any day of the week and we'll have something for them. We also have an agreement with Helping Hands. with some of the toiletries, up to even baby diapers and those sort of things that students need, we'll have them here on the campus. So we're seeing a lot of that that's coming through our students, other than your natural tutoring that students need help with. One thing we recognize from our engineering students, and they're tied in with U of H and HCC, is sometimes they need a lot of help when it comes to the math. As you know, science, engineering is really heavy on the science and the math areas. But then, of course, we have great advisors here, our great counselors here, and our admissions staff, and we get a lot of students for those.
You mentioned a few things that you normally wouldn't associate with a community college with providing, like the food services, childcare. What are some of the other services that students may not expect, but are available at the Southeast College?
Some of the things, and you mentioned one, Todd, is childcare. Here at Southeast, we do have a daycare. Right now, they have to be potty trained for the ages 4 years to 12 years, and we have it in the afternoon. But we are working, and we're looking for grants that will help us to increase that to toddlers and babies, because we do see our students who are parents coming and wanting some of that assistance, and that is some of the things that they're coming here for. We're fortunate enough, again, also to have laptops to loan our students. I was talking to a student this past week who had the Mac. And because of some of the lockdown browsers and some of the different methodologies that our instructors use, they were having a hard time. Of course, so we were able to get them a laptop through some of our services here. So sometimes students do not know that we have some of these services. We still, for the meanwhile, because of PERS funds coming because of the pandemic, hotspots. A lot of our students don't have the internet. Some come to campus. So we're redefining even our computer labs to make them more for students to come in and be in a class online or hybrid. So they can listen in where they have some privacy and not disturb so many individuals. So we are really getting set up, especially coming off the pandemic, to make sure technology, and we're improving it every day.
We've got about a minute left, but I wanted to ask you about some of the ways that students, colleges are not just about learning, but it's about the experience. What are some ways that you engage your students with life at Southeast College?
Well, we're fortunate here to maybe be the only campus here at HCC with a student life area, a building. Just today, even though the weather is bad, it's the lunar year. So we had an event today, and we were able to be indoors and just have our own little space. And we're really trying to bring students in. We have a cinema room or media room where we can show movies. We like to use that during the playoffs or the football, basketball, different kind of game to really engage students to come together. And we really want to build our clubs and organizations. So really supporting our student government associations, our clubs. But we're fortunate here at Southeast to have our student life area, a student life building, where our students can come together. And we're constantly looking for better ways of communicating that to our students.
Dr. Martin Perez, the Dean of Student Success at HCC Southeast College. We appreciate you being here this afternoon. Thanks for joining us on the topic.
Thank you, Todd.
When we return, we'll talk about one of the biggest programs at the Southeast College, advanced manufacturing. Topic will return in 60 seconds.
Sometimes what you need just shows up. Houston Community College has your back, whether you're knocking out some basics or upping your game for a better job. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
For more than a year, we have kept you informed with more than 500 remote episodes. But now we're back, bigger and better, with more news and more guests. Join us live every weekday at 10 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube, and on HCC TV at noon and 5 p.m. You can watch from anywhere. We go where you go.
Welcome back to The Topic. I'm Todd Duplantis. Good to have you joining us live this Tuesday afternoon. Bit blustery out there. Make sure you stay safe with the weather alerts out there. We are live most Tuesday afternoons on Houston Community College District's Facebook page, and also our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out the YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and you'll get notifications when shows like this are posted. And if you're into podcasts, well, you can download the audio versions of all of our shows at hccs.edu/podcast. We're looking at the Southeast College today. One thing we learned during COVID was the importance of having a strong manufacturing sector inside the U.S. Southeast College is contributing to that, and we're joined now by the Dean of Material Science and Smart Manufacturing, Alberto Urbina. Thanks for being here, Alberto. Good to see you again.
Hi, Todd. Thanks for having me again.
Let's start off talking about, first off, people may be thinking material science, smart manufacturing. What is this center of excellence all about? Give us a brief overview to start things off.
That's a great question. So the Material Science and Smart Manufacturing Center of Excellence encompasses several different programs, which include our welding program, our machining program, our manufacturing, our pipe fitting, and our sheet metal technology program. So each one of those programs is geared either towards manufacturing and or the local construction industry.
The students that go through this, I would imagine, I know you have partnerships, but are they pretty much, as they go through this, can they get employment while they're going to college? And, are the jobs going to be there? It sounds like these are high growth industries.
Absolutely. There's a lot of manufacturing that's coming back to the United States, particularly Southeast Texas, just because of the different events that are happening worldwide. But you also have a lot of construction projects that are taking place. Several large oil and gas companies have recently released information about new projects that are going to be going out in Southeast Texas. A pretty big company just announced a $2 billion expansion out in Beaumont for one of the refineries out there. There's several different pipelines that are under construction. There is a pipeline that's going to go off the coast of Freeport to be able to fill up these huge, large liquefied natural gas tankers that are going to be going to overseas market. So because of the manufacturing coming back to the United States and Texas, and because of the local construction industry just booming, and with the shortage of employers, unemployment rate, according to the Texas Workforce Commission that just came out, I think was 3.9% average across the state. So all of those factors are really contributing to the great opportunities right now in manufacturing and in industrial construction.
I know you have a couple of events coming up, Secondary Skills USA and Post-Secondary Skills USA. What is that all about?
Yeah, absolutely. So Skills USA is a national organization, a leadership organization for students to learn about technical skills, about professionalism, and about the different types of kind of opportunities that are available to them in the local sector. So on February the 3rd, we're going to be hosting District 8 Skills USA welding competition at our Southeast campus and the welding facility there. We're expecting over 100 students from the local school districts to be attending and participating in this Skills USA District 8 welding competition. We have also partnered with the local chapter of the American Welding Society. They're going to be bringing folks from industry. They're going to be bringing some certified welding inspectors to be the judges for the welding competition. So it's a really great opportunity for current high school students to learn about the programs that are available at Houston Community College, but also to participate in a somewhat friendly welding competition among their peers, and then also to connect with local industry and learn about the great opportunities that are taking place. And then on April 13th, 14th, and 15th, we have partnered up with the Post-Secondary Skills USA organization to host the statewide competition for all of the Skills USA competitions, which include welding, but just think of all the other workforce programs, all the other career and technical programs that are offered at community colleges and technical college. Houston Community College is going to be hosting this year and next year's Skills USA post-secondary competition on April 13th, 14th, and 15th. We're expecting over 500 students from across the state of Texas to be at HCC on those 3 days, and those students are going to be participating in either a leadership competition like public speaking and debate, or they're going to be participating in welding competitions, cosmetology, and also machining and manufacturing, just to name a few. So we're very excited to host both of those competitions, to promote the great programs that are available at HCC, but also to connect students with local industry that we know is very actively looking for employees.
You know, we talk about welding, and I know you guys offer a lot of options when it comes to welding classes. You've got weekend welding classes, but also welding classes that are for Spanish speakers, correct?
Yes, we offer bilingual Spanish classes for students that would prefer to take the class in bilingual Spanish. We offer a total of 4 different classes. We are working also on developing a machining program that is going to be bilingual in Spanish as well. We are very close to being able to get that finished and started. We hope to do that later on in March to be able to start a machining program also in Spanish. But yes, currently we do offer welding classes bilingual in Spanish, and we offer a pretty flexible schedule as far as the bilingual Spanish welding classes. Students can choose to take that on Monday and Wednesday nights from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., or they can choose to take it on Saturdays, basically all day, and be able to take the class. So we offer quite a bit of offerings.
And those are pretty popular programs too, the bilingual classes, from what I understand, right?
Yes, they are. They are. So the welding is very popular. Just to share with you and your audience as well, that Houston Community College also offers the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning courses bilingual as well at the Stafford location. And the college also has electrical classes that are bilingual in Spanish as well at the Stafford and at the Southeast College as well.
We've got about a minute left, but I want to ask you about a new additive manufacturing program. Is this something that you're just starting?
Yes, we started it recently, and we're very excited. We're one of the first institutions that I know of that is going to start a program training folks how to operate and program 3D printers with the expansion of 3D printers going from the food industry to the manufacturing industry to the medical industry. There's a great need for folks to be able to design parts on a computer, but then to be able to take that part to a 3D printer and be able to 3D print it. So yeah, we started a program. We actually have classes at the Southeast campus for that, as well as at the Stafford campus, but we're very excited to be able to start that because there's a big demand for folks that know how to program and operate the 3D printers.
A lot of exciting things going on with your COE going on right now. Alberto Urbina, he is the Dean of Material Science and Smart Manufacturing. Thanks for being here on the show. We look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. When we return, we'll be talking about the Honors College, all that and more. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Sometimes what you need just shows up. Houston Community College has your back, whether you're knocking out some basics or upping your game for a better job. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes, through all of the strangeness. I'm going through changes now.
Welcome back to The Topic. We're live this Tuesday afternoon on Facebook Live and YouTube. Thanks for joining us. We're here on Houston Community College District's Facebook page. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and you get notifications when we post our brand new programming. All of our shows are also available as podcasts. You can download them at hccs.edu/podcast. HCC's Honors College provides an opportunity for highly skilled and exceptionally focused students to take on additional academic challenges. We're joined now by Dr. Toni Holland, Director of the Honors College at Southeast College. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a delight to be here.
So let's first off for people who may not know what the Honors College is all about, briefly tell us about what you guys are.
We are a very dynamic group of people. Students come to us and we create a really strong community with one another. They are very geared toward curiosity and learning and excited about their studies. They take their core courses together, such as English, history, government. These are courses that students would take whatever their major may be. So with those courses, they end up taking 4 semesters together. And we also have a physical space on campus, the lounge, which students are in quite often. And so we get so close to each other. We have photos of each other up in the lounge. And one of the students got a little plaque that said family and put it by it. So we're very close. We love learning together. And the Honors College is a very nurturing program to help them get into the best university of their desire and to secure as many scholarships as we can moving forward. While they're in the program, for maintaining a 3.0, they get a full merit scholarship for tuition and they get a book scholarship. Yes. So
it's a great program. You know, I first learned about this when I was working directly with the chancellor a few years back. And he would go on trips with the Honors College. So these students, you know, it's about 7 years ago, these students would get a chance to not only, you know, get the benefits of the Honors College, but they could take a trip and, you know, talk to the chancellor, and he would go on journeys with them, I know.
Yes. So part of this cohort-based learning, during their sophomore spring semester, we take them abroad during spring break. And in the humanities course that they take that semester, we study the country that we're going to. And so we're going to Puebla, Mexico, and the chancellor will be with us. And so we are having so much fun studying the poetries, you know, architecture, visual arts. And so, yes, students get a lot of access, and he loves spending time with students.
He certainly does. I mean, and they're not just going to like have dinner with him. He's going to engage them in conversation. They can ask him questions, and he's there to mentor them as well. You keep talking about cohort-based learning, and I imagine for these students, it's important because, you know, like the one student you said that had the plaque that says family, the cohorts keep them all together where they get to know each other very well, but they also go through their struggles together, I would imagine.
Yes, they form very deep relationships with one another. One of the first things that starts emerging is that since we have a lounge and they take their courses together, they form natural study buddies. And so, you know, they help each other in the areas where they need more support, and definitely any kind of personal obstacles, you know, they're there for one another as support. So they get close on many levels.
And a lot of these students have gone on to, you know, obviously other colleges, but bigger and better things. You know, I can think of a few that we worked with many years ago. Some of them were working in the mayor's office. Some of them were working for different opportunities. So this really sets them off in not only their college career, but their professional development, their professional career as well, right?
It does. So I'm the only director that's been on the Southeast campus, and I came here in 2019. From my first cohort, one student transferred over to UT, and when she got there, that's my alma mater, and when she got there, she took a photo of herself by a fountain and sent it to me, and she's like, look where I am. Yeah. She's very excited. And so they love to share the cheer with one another, but then also the alumni are also there for support.
Right.
Right.
And so you had mentioned back to your study abroad opportunity, you guys are going to be going, is it Puebla, Mexico? And that's, I would imagine, does it happen over the spring break? What's that looking like right now?
Yes. So we're going to fly out as soon as spring break starts. We're going to land in Mexico City, then the Youth Lab in Puebla is going to pick us up on a university bus. And so we'll be based at a university in Puebla, and they have put together our itinerary, and we'll be having some lectures, and we're going to be going to Chula and seeing the largest pyramid in the world. So we have a lot of fun adventures coming up.
And this kind of falls into the whole cultural events that you guys highlight with the Honors College too, right?
Yes. And so we take students on cultural events all semester long. Last semester, we went to the Alley Theater. We've also taken a tour of the entire Manil campus in the Rothko Chapel. The Manil is a lot of walking. And we also had a photographer come with us to help us, capture our cherished moments. So we do a lot of cultural events locally.
If someone wants to get into the Honors College, where would they go to find out more about it? On the website?
Yes, our applications for applying for to join us in fall 23 have opened. So if anyone were to simply Google HCC and Honors College, it's the first link that comes up. All of this information I've been sharing is also on the website, in addition to the link and the names and contact information for every Honors College director.
We'll make it easy for them. We'll put the link in our social media post after the show.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Toni Holland, the directors of the Honors College at HCC Southeast College. Thanks for being here this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for joining us on this edition of The Topic. Good to be back for a brand new year. For more information, visit hccs.edu/podcast, where you can download our shows. For The Topic on HCC TV, I'm Todd Duplantis. I'll see you next week.